It's Taky the Artist, 45's finest, Strathpine's highness, and you're watching SoundTake.
Welcome back, guys, to another SoundTake podcast. For those of you who don't know, I'm the host, Willix, and on today's episode, we got an artist, locally from Brisbane. He goes by the name of TAKY, the artist. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
I said it wrong, didn't I? How you
No,
say it again?
I
think I said it wrong.
No, you said it good, man. You
Yeah?
said it good.
Okay,
a lot of people actually get it wrong the first time. They'd be saying like some TAKY, where it's like, no, you got the K and the Y backwards, but no, you got to bang on, man.
Yeah, because before, well, guys, you guys didn't hear, but he corrected me. The first time I said TAKY. But now I go correct it, you know. How you doing, bro?
Bro, I'm fucking loving it. I've been going hard since the start of October 2025.
Okay.
Just fucking pushing the shit out of my brand new album, Tungsten. It's been out for what? It's like almost six months or 4 months now.
When did you release it?
The 3rd of October 2025.
It's down 6 months already, October?
No. I got my math wrong.
Yeah, I swear October is 4 months, right?
Yeah, 4 months.
4 months, guys? You guys tell us in the comments. We're not sure.
Something like that.
Yeah, how's it been pushing it?
All right, it's been a mission and a half, but it's necessary. Even though necessarily putting out a body of work at this point in time right now isn't ideal because you're an underground artist.
Yeah.
That's not what the market is looking for right now. They're looking for quick, attentive, punchy things. I feel like I fit that criteria on this album, and the best I can do, because I needed to make it personally for myself.
Okay.
And pushing that out as much as possible, making the journey is like 2 years long, making it worthwhile, and pushing that out is what bring it all together.
Okay, that's marvelous to hear, bro. Before we go too much into that, we gotta start from the start. We gotta do some icebreakers. The viewers always looking forward to those. I hope so. Are you ready?
More than ready.
Are you guys ready? You have no choice. Anywho, first question. What's something you swear you'll never stop doing?
It has to be music, because I've been doing this for damn near almost 10 years now. It's like the 8th year doing it now. It's like 2018. Been going hard since I was 14. So like, even if I didn't swear directly on it, I don't have a choice to stop doing it. It's either you put in almost 10 years. If you don't make it, then sucks to be you. I
mean, gotta keep hustling, bro. Now that you said it's out there, it's gonna be out there. Everyone's gonna know, guys. If he stops, call him, catch him out on that. If your phone got taken for 24 hours, how would you feel about that?
I wish that I'd be affected, but secretly, no, I'd be affected, right? Because I'd be like, oh, I can't push my music, I can't do so and so, but then it already feels like a chore. So secretly, I'd be like, fuck yeah, I have an excuse to like be lazy, but it's just a part of. Now instead of being a musician, you have to basically be a content creator, and having those moments where your phone's taken away from you it's relaxing. You get to think about a lot more than just the next 72 hours of what you need to talk about, put out, and I can't think of the third thing. So.
Do you have how much hours is your screen time right now, if you were to guess?
My screen time, if I'm being honest, well, it's not good. It's not good. It's bad.
Yeah, you looking to reduce that, or you just like it is what it is now?
I'll be looking at my analytics way too much, and wondering what I need to do next. But then I barely put out any reels.
What's the app that gets you? I don't know, where you click it without knowing you're clicking it.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Dead ass, when because you watch YouTube while you're eating, right? And I go into YouTube because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch this long video, eat my food, and I'll be done. But then it auto loads into like the YouTube shorts, and then I just get stuck in like a K-hole of like YouTube shorts. And it's like, what is going on? And like, I literally think I lose conscience for like bro, however long.
These apps be grabbing you. I don't know what they do. It's like a drug they sell you, bro. Like, I turn my TikTok notifications off. I don't reply to messages on TikTok anymore. only because once I go on there, I'm cooked, bro. I'm just like,
I
wiping.
stopped using TikTok altogether because like that's more stressful to like be a content creator on than Instagram, because you literally only have that one form of content to put out.
Yeah.
But you can't necessarily be much of a personality like on Instagram. Because then TikTok is like, oh, what's the next one? And you just watch your views just slowly go down. Unless you get picked up by the algorithm. Outside of that, it's just like a downward spiral.
And Instagram just more your style. Are you good at saving money? Or are you just like, fuck it?
If I'm being honest, I think about 72 hours at a time. I'm thinking 72 hours at a time. What do I need to pay for in the next 72 hours? And if I have anything left over from that, then sweet.
Do you have, I mean, when you put goals, you accomplish those though, right?
Yeah, a lot of them are like short-term goals that they're small things that add up over time, like, I guess a short-term goal that was just accumulated over time is, my jewelry, my choice in clothing, these are all little bits and bobs that I picked up along the way.
Okay.
Like, it took a while to get there, but they were all just stacked short-term goals, so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like you, bro. I was like, I told my missus, I don't have a lot of clothes. And then I actually go, after I've done all my laundry, and I actually look, I'm like, fuck, where did all this come from? But like every month I could buy something, buy this, and then it accumulates to heaps of stuff, and you're like, oh, damn.
And I think that it can be applied for a lot of things, even with music. It's like, what can I punch out in the next 72 hours that won't exhaust me, but, it's worthwhile. It doesn't remain within that 3 days. It's that signal to noise ratio. It's like, okay, this will have a lasting impact on the next thing I can do. And just this, and this,
Yeah. Especially, that one. What's a talent that you have that people don't really know about?
Sam. The Cube Sam. Samuel James Archibald with Wiki.
It's like, Optimus Prime.
Yeah, Optimus Prime, yeah. Fuck. Did you practice that, or you just...
No, that's... because I'm, like, in my head so much that I'm just like... I love Transformers and stuff, so... when you watch it, you try and imitate something that you love, so... it's just something really dumb. It's a dumb party trick to do, really. And I don't know why.
Around the head. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what to do. So it's like, you ever get like, there's an awkward silence, you just pull that out, and then everyone's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Let's see Autobots roll out.
Yeah. Oh.
Autobots, roll out.
Nah, that was terrible. That was terrible.
That was good,
no,
man.
that was bad.
Crazy. What's maybe a controversial, anyways, what's a controversial food opinion that you have?
I don't like corn, bro.
Corn? You don't like?
I don't like corn. A lot of people, they love corn, they'll have their like barbecued corn where it has the paprika and the butter on it. But like,
so much about it for someone that doesn't like it.
But yeah, because like I have to actually give a reason as to why I don't like it. And they use things like, oh, you can like barbecue it and it tastes sweet. It's like, nah, I just don't like the texture of it. It's like biting into like little nail clippings, honestly. That's what it feels like when I'm biting it.
When was the last time you had corn?
I can't tell you. I genuinely don't know the last time I had corn.
Bro, you gotta try it now again. Give it another chance. Give it another chance. What about? Do you have pineapple on pizza?
I don't mind it. I wouldn't go for it outwardly, but if it's put on a pizza and put in front of me, I wouldn't say no to it.
Yeah, nah. Pineapple on pizza, guys, are the best. What about you guys? You guys give us some controversial food takes.
If you guys exclusively eat meat lovers, then like,
I hate meat lovers.
Really? I sort of see where you're coming from with that, because you need like the vegetables and like capsicum.
Yeah. And it's just like a go-to thing. Like everyone, like you go get pizza. Meat lovers. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, but it's too much meat.
Too much, bro.
It's too much meat. Pause.
No, Didi, wow.
Pause, bro.
No Diddy, bro. You said it too much. Yeah, it's like it's too much meat. No Diddy. It's like, and it's different kind of meat as well. No Diddy, man. I'm not saying anything.
Give you cash in the
Type of DD.
bro.
Wow.
That's why I said pause.
Wow. Anyways, fuck meat lovers. What is this? Anyways, let's hear about you, bro. Talk to me. About your roots, where all this artistry and music kind of person came from.
Bro, it's like a culmination of things. It's a lot of musicians, right? They get introduced to it by family. So, like my mother, not necessarily my father, but he's had an influence on because of his own personal music taste. My uncle, he actually, so 8-year-old me, this is my introduction to hip hop, right?
Yeah.
He walks into my family home with a boombox. Like, we're talking like, how old was I? It was 2012, I was 8 years old. He walks into my house with just a boombox, and he's bumping Shook Ones Part 2 by Mobb Deep. And that's the first ever rap song I remember hearing. I'm like, yeah, this is fucking dope. And, for me, like, my artistic evolution over the years, it's just because it's from absorbing so many different sounds that I hear and I like. So, my mum's sort of taste in music is like house orientated. She's a big fan of Daft Punk, so I'm a big fan of Daft Punk. My dad loves like Soundgarden, Rage Against the Machine, and that's that post grunge sort of sound. And that's another sound I've adopted. And I already have an internal love of like hip hop. So like, and my favorite rappers, Lupe Fiasco, Blue, Jay-Z, all of those just. They would know what they're doing, and because for the longest time what I do is I just straight up copy, sounds that I like.
Yeah.
But over the last couple of years, I've tried to integrate it all together, and I found my own love for like R&B because I'm singing in the shower for the longest time. I figured why not try that out, but. It's just all those different elements. That's why I feel like makes up me as like Taky the artist. I'm like, I'm not Taky the rapper. I'm not Taky the fucking Nirvana. I'm not grunge. I'm not house. I do what I like hearing.
So you do like different kind of genres as well, or
Yeah. I do. Like I said, the whole R&B shtick. I put out an EP that for some reason Apple Music and Spotify thinks is an album. In March of last year, so it's almost 12 months old. It's Expose, which is like super R&B and that 2000s sort of sound. And then like other projects I've put out, it's just like straight rapping cuts. And I think it gets boring after a bit of time because all you end up doing, right, is you're just trying to be your inspirations without being you. Because you don't find like what you're saying, you find value in that, but how you sound, right, you don't find value in how you can sound on a record.
Yeah, definitely. Like finding your own sound is the best kind of way to like, cause here you trying to be like this other guy, and then now why would I come listen to you when the original is here? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's a good thing to add, because even like faking who you it's not. I'm not gonna say faking. It's like you're also like. You're doing someone else's art and not making your own art, so you're not fully infused into that art. So it makes it hard. When did you start recording? Like hey, my English today is out of the.
You're good, man.
When did you decide like let me get in the studio and start writing music? Because you said when you were 8 you started.
When I was 8, I started like writing.
Oh, you started writing
and like rapping and stuff.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I was 14, so it would have been 2018, is when I figured like, okay, let's try doing some recording, and it's just been years since then, and a lot of people, right, that enter into the industry, they spend a lot because it takes about 10 years to blow up, right?
Yeah.
And it takes 10 years to or gain a fan base, because you spend half of the first 10 years, right, cultivating your own skill enough to be considered good enough, right? And then you spend the next 5 years afterwards building your personal brand. So then, hopefully by the 10-year mark, that's out there front and center for people to start fucking with on the regular.
Okay. And when were you always like, I'm gonna take this serious full time, or when did that click in your head? Like, oh yeah, this I gotta take this more serious.
It's always like I've always had like a deep love for, you know, hip hop specifically. I've always had like the deepest out of everything I've ever listened to of hip hop specifically, and I just think it got to the point where I'd built up my own skill as being a rapper so much to the point it was like I'd be doing a disservice to myself to not take it seriously, and I don't remember what specific point in time it clicked.
Yeah.
But you know, I just figured like, yeah, I'm good enough to take this shit to the next level, you know.
Yeah. And like, how did your family and friends, how do they take to you?
Oh,
going that
like
route?
like every other musician who's ever lived, they do not approve of it, but they are supportive of me in their own way, you know. So that's just another cliche in the musician come up story that everyone experiences.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people that actually get pushed. I've had one kid, YKL. His dad is like driving him out of school to go places and stuff like that. Allegedly, principles don't come from me. But yeah, there's some people that like that. But yeah, most of the time is like people the artists, the people around them don't show love too early. They'd be like, nah, what are you doing? Go work, go get some money.
Yeah, well,
how do you balance those kind of stuff?
It's valid when people say it's like, you know, go out, get a job, because you don't decide to go full time, right? You need a justification behind going full time, right? Is that you're financially secure. Like I'm not full time, and my main focus right now is making sure that I'm good before I keep trying to be an artist. And a lot of people blow up when they're dead broke, right? But that's usually because they've invested so much into being an artist that they forget about their own well-being. And it's a balancing act, like you're saying. And I think if you want it enough, you're willing to put yourself in those very high risk situations where you got no food to eat, you got nowhere to sleep on, you got nowhere to even take a shower, which is like 3 of those are essential, maybe 2 of them. I don't know. Some of y'all musty out there.
3.
So 3.
Keep the hygiene up. Just
some of y'all musty out there.
Yeah.
But those 3 essentials, and some people are willing to sacrifice those 3 just for like a chance to, be a part of an industry. And with social media, all the industry insider knowledge of like how quote unquote fucked up it is, or like business standards and stuff, and it's all becoming more transparent, and more people are trying to make it by themselves and have that internal balance instead of 100% dedicating themselves to what is just a dream, So like you said, it's important to maintain that balance of putting your health and well-being first, but also you need to be ready to make sacrifices to achieve the things that you want to achieve.
Yeah, 110%. You gotta put the balance, and sacrifice is one of the biggest things in life, actually. Like, not just being an artist. In life, sometimes if you want to chase something, you guys be willing to sacrifice something to get there. So, good tip, bro. Did you for when you released your album, how was that feeling for you, bro?
Right, it's like, well, I'll just say it straight up. So this album's about my drug addiction recovery. So, and the reason why it's called Tungsten is because it's not necessarily a metaphor, but like a quote unquote link where the material tungsten, it has the highest melting point of any raw substance on the planet. So it's an allegory, that's the word, allegory, for my ability to deal with the pressure of, being a fucking drug addict for most of 2024, and bouncing back from that, and how I use drugs to escape it. And then it's sort of like a bittersweet ending at the end, because it's like a what if I didn't get off that shit, because it's all the party, the lifestyle, and all that. You get caught up in it
by accident, and then before you know it, you're fucked.
Yeah, before you know it, you're fucked over. And that's what that, like, even then on the album cover, I'm pretty sure that there's some photo of me out there that is unflattering like that. You know, maybe not the little ski man just like sliding down like my nostrils from all that, but it's full transparency, man, where I had to get it out of my system, even though it's not, say, viable for my stage of where I'm at as an artist, where I need to make things that will, you know, friendly to attracting people. But I needed to get it out of my system, and that's why it came out in early October of last year, because that's when I feel like I actually, you know, went really full circle in recovering from that absolute fuckery that was getting fucking hooked.
So it was in a sort of way, you know, closing that chapter of you doing that shit, and then now you're reliving that through your album, was it?
Yeah, well, it's like exposure therapy, you know?
Okay.
Is the more that you're confronted by it, the less that you feel internally guilty or affected by it, because then you get to see it front facing without no bias, no, you know, internal self-doubt, because I tried to the best of my ability to just say things as how they were, you know, mixed in with a lot of my other internal problems, which is like my complexion of my skin, you know, and how I fit into that side of the world, you know, whether I can even, you know, be a part of hip hop, you know, if I'm a guest in the house of hip hop that I aspire to be a part of, because one, I'm from Australia, and Australian culture by itself inherently is anti-hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, and
anti-progress.
And like, I'm not like black, but you know, these are all self-doubts, and you know, they're all self-doubts and things that culminated into things like my drug addiction occurring, and why I had to put it out on wax like that, just front to back.
How did your fans take, like, not fans, how did the audience or the crowd take to your album?
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a fan base as of now, but I feel like, because
but you must have got some kind of feedback or some kind
of definitely from like my collaborators and people around me. You know, they praised how the track list was put together, from point A to point B. It wasn't, you know, it's not too complex of a record, honestly, because what I wanted to focus on outside of telling that story from point A to point B is getting just the musical components right, just getting people to rock with every single track that's on there to the best of my ability, because before I was, you know, super like rappity rap, all that stuff. Yeah. But I wanted people to actually just enjoy the music, and they don't even have to think about the concept. Yeah. Like, they could just put it on and enjoy it if they wanted to. It's got some grimy songs on there. It's got like some hip house on there.
How many songs are on there?
14 tracks.
Yeah.
So it's like two things that I wanted to achieve, and especially with like the audience reception, they appreciate how it sounds, and they also appreciate the artistry of it. But I feel like, you know, I need to keep pushing it so that it can do what it was intended to be, which is like GKMC adjacent, where it's cool.
Sorry, what's GKMC adjacent?
Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick.
Oh, okay.
You know, so like, it's cool, right, that it's got all the, you know, the storytelling, all the lyrical aspects to it. But first and foremost, you can just enjoy the songs for what they are. You can listen to them when you're in your downtime, or you're at a party, or all that sort of stuff, you know. You're in the whip and you just want to get turned as fuck while you're driving.
Yeah. That's some good options. You said that you went through some hardships. What's maybe one of your biggest learning curves that you've had so far?
It's like having reality put in front of you, right? It's like sometimes I especially, right, I lose like a bit of like touch of where I stand myself, and it takes a lot of self-reflection to keep myself grounded and remember, you know, like, yeah, you are good at what you do, but you're also an underground Brisbane rapper with 700 followers, you know? Yeah. So like, that's why I think my biggest learning curve is the balance between, you know, being self-aware and also having enough self-confidence to, you know, step into a room and feel like, yeah, I can do this shit, you know?
Yeah. Because most of the time, too, like the difference between you and a different artist is just how much exposure they get. You know, sometimes your music is just like maybe it's as good as theirs, or like same standards, but it's just they got more exposure in a different way. So,
and ultimately, at the end of the day, that just is a reflection of you on how you can deal with that side of yourself. Is like, if you had 1 million cameras put in front of you, would you embrace it or would you just like hide from it? That's how I think, and I love shining when I can, but I don't. There's a part of me where I don't want to take away other people's shine.
Okay,
so it's a delicate balance where it's like when you have your moments, you need to take your moment,
as you can,
but you don't just like you get caught up in your own mind,
Yeah. What keeps you grounded outside of music, bro?
It's like family, bro. If you don't have family in your life, which unfortunately a lot of people don't, it's like they lose their connection to the world. It's because that's where they started from. I feel like family is one of the most important values any person can have. Is and a lot of people, I don't blame them for thinking that like blood isn't thicker than water. I think if that's how
something like that.
Something like the saying, something like that. But that's like where you came from, man. Like, I don't know. That might just be a me thing because I've grown up in a
loving family.
Yeah, loving family, household where that was the number one priority. Is like make sure you do right by others because it's the right thing to do, and then because they're family, they'll do that. They'll instill those values in you and make that intrinsic to who you are as a person.
Yeah, I think that's a very high point because most people they think like family is just like, I mean, yeah, some people feel like family is not supporting you and stuff like that, but in reality, sometimes they don't want to be like, oh, I'm a supporter of your thing. They just want to be there and love you and take care of you. They don't have to support your music or whatnot. As long as they're there and show you love like as there was before. Then
they like my family. They show me their love in their ways. It's not always sunshine and rainbows, and there's a lot of disagreements. But end of the day, that's still my family. That's still my mom, my dad, my sister, my dog, or my dogs. And my grandfather, and my other related family members, because that's where you came from, man.
Yeah, family is a very big thing for me as well, bro. It's one of the best things that can happen, bro. Even like you say family, but even friends can become family as well.
100%. And they become family because of how they love you, like they think you're already family, and it's already reciprocated. It doesn't have to be forced. It doesn't have to be indicated. It's just that natural understanding between friends. And that point, you become brothers, or like one person might become your sister. And that's just the connection that you're able to build with other people at some points.
Yeah. Speaking about connections, you're a Brisbane artist. What's your like relationship with the Brisbane scene?
Honestly, love as much of Brisbane as I can, and even if sometimes some parts of Brisbane don't love me back, that's no smut on my rep, man. It's a reflection of who they are as people. If they they get caught up in like the menial things, like it's the insecurities of their own music, and then they let it affect how they interact with other artists. It's just those small things where if you let that take control of you, firstly, it just completely destroys any opportunity of you wanting to build rapport, because you already have this preconceived notion of other people in your head just based off of how you feel about it. And did I already say secondly, or did I say firstly?
You say firstly.
Yeah, firstly. And then secondly, it inhibits yourself, because then you'll always be trying to measure yourself up against other people. So, and that's what I feel like is just inherently a part of Australia, right? Everyone talks about tall poppy syndrome. Everybody wants to keep the other person down. And I don't even think that they are consciously trying to do that. I think it's just, inherent insecurities that people have, and seeing another person shine before you. If you can't let that happen, then the universe works in mysterious ways. What goes around comes around. Karma kicks the ass of another.
Yeah. Speaking about that, yeah, like people, just be yourself. First of all, when you meet someone or when you see someone, think about them. Oh, it's a human and a human. When God looks down on us, He sees two humans. He doesn't care you have 1 million followers, 10 followers, you have music, 1 million streams, 2 streams, 1 stream. You're human against human. So first, those connections matter. And who even knows? They might be your best friend, like you don't know about. You
never know.
Yeah,
right?
you never know. So first of all, before you put stuff into your head about the this, the that, the this, and you haven't even met them, just because they're doing better than you, take that out of your head.
Yeah, well, it's like my relationship with my mentor, Control the Artist. Shout out Control the Artist, for real. He's taught me everything I know, man.
Yeah.
And it literally started from me just randomly finding him on Spotify and then hitting him up on Instagram as like a 14, 15-year-old, showing him my music. And he didn't immediately dismiss it, right? And that's a value that he's taught me, is like, you don't 100% immediately dismiss something. You got to give it a chance. And he gave me that chance, and he's taught me as much as he can, and now that's why I'm here now. I'm having this conversation with you and explaining to you everything that I know. And it's not necessarily imparting experiences for something for you need to take it and run with it, but it's like, I'm just giving you a chance to get you to know me, and you're giving me a chance to let me get to know you,
Because what's the worst that can happen? You just know them, and you don't have to know them ever again. At least you know. Let them paint their own picture. Don't paint it for them.
Exactly.
And to touch on the top puppy syndrome, I've always thought about this like the way you explained it. But then at the same time, some people use top puppy syndrome as an excuse. Maybe sometimes you're not confident enough to do what you want to do, and you just want to say, "Oh, people don't,
they want to keep me down." Yeah. It's like, well, if you say they, then you're not pinpointing exactly who they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Then, because they can be a figment of your imagination, they can be the voice inside your head. So it's good to take on board, right? Constructive criticism. Yeah. That's never something to never not consider, but you also need to be your own director, bro. You need to have that willpower inside your own mind to be able to sift through if someone's actually trying to give you a hand or tell you something important, or if they're just saying like, put the fries in, can't even say that, put the fries in the bag, bro. They're just saying stuff like that, and some people don't have the the discernment ability to be able to manage just other people talking, And again, those are all skills that are taught to me by other people.
Definitely. You learn everything everywhere you go. So if someone comments something or says something to you, you gotta listen to it properly, and then
even then, if it's bad, it's not the end of the world.
A top puppy syndrome moment, or is it just you that's... Sometimes they actually don't give you criticism like constructive, like they actually just hating, and that's, in a way, that's like, you need that to show people that, oh, you actually see me, and they actually see you doing this and that, which is like... And
again, at the end of the day, it's on yourself on how you take what other people say to you, and your reaction, and how it makes you feel. And it's never like black and white good to be like, oh, I'm just going to flat out ignore them, or I'm going to take their criticism because you don't have the discernment to see which is which, and then take it all on board, and then end up making yourself insecure and not being able to make your own judgments on the world.
Definitely. So you guys think and like, be brave, be nice, don't overthink it sometimes. They're literally there to give you some ideas, and if they are hating, then
that's on them.
You don't even have to listen. Just look at it, like the comment, go away. That's it. Back to you, bro. Sorry.
No, bro. I love talking about things that I believe in, but aren't exactly internal, like aren't exactly about me. I like talking about things I believe in, and I think I'm a strong advocate for self-empowerment and doing things that you really want to, but not putting other people at risk of things as a result of you doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
So that's what I strongly believe in, and that's what we've been talking about, man. And I really appreciate that.
110%, bro. What's something in this community, Brisbane community, that people think about artists is that they don't understand really much?
I don't think they don't understand artists. I think that there's just a natural cultural divide between, people in like our circle, right, that are super heavily invested in hip hop, which is, and first and foremost, an African American genre, right?
Yeah.
And then they have their preconceived notions about, African American culture, and those are just casuals. And then you have like the super gutter Oz rap sort of scene where, they make it too Australian to the point where it's actually anti hip hop. It's anti what they're doing, and it's to the detriment of, just Australian music culture as a whole. So why the UK rap scenes explode is because they have their own culture and they're more Afrocentric, Afrofuturistic sort of beliefs, And hip hop, it started in America, and they regularly pay homage in the ways they can, And this old generation, new generation shit. It doesn't matter, bro. Because if you end up loving music at the end of the day, you're going to just care about music no matter where it comes from. And when there's people that don't care about music in abundance in Australia, and you don't have to force people to love music, it naturally makes the mission a million times harder to achieve.
110%. And what would be like one of the most important thing in the community for the music stage?
I think, I think it's just, everyone's been saying at this point, it's, collaborate. Collaborate. Everyone's been saying this. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
Everything happens when a group of people join together and then movements occur, Like my boys are ugly, they've been doing this for a while and like individually, and then they all join together, right? And now they're just like this unstoppable force, and they're bringing people along with it. The power in numbers, right, is a very real thing, right?
Definitely. One person has 10 people behind them. So imagine five people come together. That's 50 people easily as that.
Exactly.
And then before you know it, you create it like a...
You create like an atmosphere. You create a culture.
You create exactly what we need. You know what I'm saying?
We need our own identifiable culture. That's what I think Australia, not just Brisbane, we need our own identifiable culture that is adjacent to the core values of hip-hop beginnings, which is, rebellious and honestly Afrocentric. Right, there needs to be homage that's paid to its roots, right? Because you just think like the two of the most dynamic and incredible Australian artists right now, TK Maidza and Genesis Owusu, or they are like not even remotely considered as Australian rap artists. They're just panned off to the side as like, oh, they're doing their own thing. It's like, no, they are Australian rap, and artists like that, where they have a movement of people behind them and they collaborate and they understand inherently what hip hop is. They create those tiny bits and pieces of movements, but because Australia naturally is so anti-hip hop, and that's not anyone else's fault except the people that came before us is, Yeah.
But at least we're adapting, we're evolving, and it's getting better. Slowly, it's getting better. So kudos to you guys. Just keep it up, keep going.
Exactly.
Let's all keep doing it. Like can't be any worse.
There's an understanding of that idea now. Like, especially within our generation, there's so many people that just understand what hip hop is on an internal level. Right? And there's some that are more casual, there's some that aren't casual, and they're like full, like dive deep into it, and they love this, they live it, breathe it, love it, live it. I think I already said that, but but it's that degree, and it's like just like anywhere else. But I think there's just an imbalance of Australian culture and wanting to integrate rap, and then transforming it into, I should say, more like gentrifying it. Honestly,
It's one for the future. And speaking about the future, for you, what's something you wanna improve on?
I want to improve on not just being a rapper, not improve my skill, because again, I think I have enough technical skill to the point where it wouldn't be gross if I tried to go any further. But in the future, I just want people to enjoy what I make, and the people that are around me, what they make. I want them to enjoy that. So, because we're all in that same camp, Totsi, Uchi, shout out Uchi, fuck, I love Uchi.
Shout out for your 100,000 streams. I saw that he did that.
Shout out 100,000 streams for, was it 2 phones?
Yeah,
or was
2
it
phones.
2 phones, 100,000 streams. That's crazy, man. Like Ugly, Uchi, Dire Rich, Villain, Simba, Controller Artist, just everyone in that camp, or everyone that's adjacent, we'll all be moving together, right? And at the end of the day, it may or may not just become something undeniable and something that the culture will have to recognize.
Just whatever you do, enjoy the experience and the ride as it goes. Because it's like, I like being like in the groups. One of the best things is this: the moments you don't expect. You guys are you're chasing that moment, but then these moments that are happening are like they're one of the best ones. You look back onto, like, oh wow, that was actually fun. That was actually fun,
No, it's all fun and mutual understanding, and just think it's like the more people that come together, and it's the exact same point that almost every podcast I've ever heard regarding Australian music. It's like the more people that come together, the more that will just be undeniable. And that's something I want to achieve in the future, is specifically is be not the greatest. Being the greatest would be amazing, but I want to be undeniable. That's my word. Is like I enter into a space, or my friends and I enter into a space, and there is no possible way that anyone could justify trying to kick us out, because we are undeniable as hell,
That's a good one, bro. What's a way you measure your own success, personally?
I think that there's a lot more work that needs to be done. There's a lot more steps that are being taken and need to be taken in the future to not guarantee success, but again, build my own community alongside the others that have come before me and are, beside me now, that are doing millions and millions of times better, because I'm naturally competitive, but I also like the feeling of community,
100%. Is there like something in the future you like want to explore that you haven't yet creatively?
It's a bit cliche, but I really would want to do film, like in my own way, because I went to
Like
SAE.
being an actor or actually film?
Oh, actually filming
okay.
things, and like capturing moments of time, and not necessarily in like a picture, but I think in just its own way. It's a bit cliche, because every musician is adjacent to filmography just because of music videos themselves. But capturing moments of time is something that is a cool idea for me. I think what I need to focus on now is, like I said earlier, is just establishing myself amongst like what could be a pantheon of great people to come, and then we all come together and we're just undeniable. But those are just dreams.
Step by step. I mean, you don't have to dream. We're doing it. I mean, step by step. We're gonna get there somehow, one way or another. If it's us, if it's not us, it's gonna be the next generation, or the generation after. So Australia will be good.
And I think a way that I can also manage that is just like I keep saying, is like what I can do within the next 72 hours, like signal to noise ratio. I saw this reel with what's his name, Kevin from Shark Tank, and he was like talking on behalf of Steve Jobs and saying that he was a prick, but he was also had like incredible signal to noise ratio, where like, yeah, he'd plan ahead, and that's because he has the money and foresight to be able to do that. But he'd focus on what he can achieve that's tangible and long lasting within the next 3 days.
Okay.
So
That's a good. Doing 72 hours is actually a good idea, but
because it's not too short term and it's not too long term.
Yeah. Do you ever plan ahead more than that, or just?
I don't really get the chance to, if I'm being honest, because I'm very present in a lot of moments that I'm in, you know, and you get caught up in that naturally, but then the next moment arrives where you have to think about something, and you get swept up in that. So 72 hours at a time.
Okay, fair. Before we close off, did you want to ask me any questions?
I hope. This is a question I have. How do you feel about everything that I've explained today? Was it redundant? Was it stupid? Or
bro, your words are big. First and foremost, some of the words you use, fuck me. I couldn't like. I know what they mean because of the next few sentences you say.
Yeah.
But when you say like patholom, whatever that is, man. English is my second language.
Yeah.
But
that's my bad.
Like, so it's like it's very good. And what you say is actually smart. It's like it coincides with me because like we all have the same kind of similar dream and same kind of similar message, and we're like selfless in a way. So yeah, I enjoyed it with like talking to you. It was pretty good, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And that's what stuff like this is all about. Like, you know, regardless of it being a podcast, is that these are opportunities for hard work that will bring good fortune. I posted that on my story earlier. But you know, these again, opportunities for hard work. We can sit down, talk about it, we can do something about it, and it'll pay itself off later.
Yeah,
if you do it right.
I did learn some new stuff as well. So whenever I learn something, I'm like, I might have never knew it until now. So
yeah, and I like being fruitful. I like being useful. Actually, is, you know, and giving something new. That's a big part of me, is being able to just be worth something. You know.
Yeah, 110%, bro. You wanna tell the audience something? You know, you want to tell the audience anything coming up anytime soon?
I got new singles on the way, and that's what 2026 is going to be. It's just purely singles, because I got an album to push. Listen to this. If you want an album, listen to this. I don't have any other albums coming out. It's just singles, because 2026 is make or break for someone that, I've been doing this for almost 8 years now. Almost 8 years. And it's time, bro. It's time. It's do or die.
Yeah.
It needs to happen. And, you know, time for me to prove that I'm the 45's finest, Strathpine's finest, Taky the artist.
Let's go. You guys go show Taky some love. You know, and remember, like, comment, subscribe. SoundTake, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.